MALAKOFF Machine Shred SLED, episode 63, Bracket Evolution. Yeah. Okay, check this out. Watch this kid. Boof. Yeah, monobie's rule. Gotta love some little shred action. Okay, here's the first ones. These are the no bracket beauties. Those are scary. And as soon as I rode those, I decided I needed to make some shocks and make something that, had shocks on it. Like this death trap. Look at this thing fully assembled. Just crazy. Right there we went through multiple different, I don't even know how many. I probably made like 3 from that to the first one. And then you get up to another one like this one right here, where we still don't have any brackets. Just another death trap. God knows what I'm thinking. Then right here you got the kid skidder. This sumbitch will throw you over the handlebars so fast you can't even blink. Then you got this guy here. This is like the limousine long slider. You can't really hold an edge, but you could sure slide one out. Yeah, I took a while to figure out the right pivot to use while I'm designing such a thing. And once I did, I came up with this. And then this was the first front back pivot. And it worked. It was pretty cool. It was a jumpy little thing. I liked it. And then we came up with this, the first sway arm. And the sway arm was that guy right there, and it should work pretty good, where we have like a shock underneath of it. So we actually had some suspension. And, but you just needed, a better way to ride. And I was working on it, until, we figured out how to put Freedom together. And Freedom was pretty cool, but that really didn't have any preload suspension. It just had a floating bracket underneath there that locked out front or back, but it did have suspension. Then we added the springs for like the preload, because you can always make everything better. And as we kept going, it kept getting better and better. Yeah, check that out. You guys like little shred vids in between? And then here we went too far with the disastrous double sway. That thing was hell. It never rode. It was, it was like a tank, just hard as a rock. It didn't matter how loose you made it. Everything just kind of collaboration of disaster is what we'll say. So then, we went back to this and we figured, well, we liked that other design, so we'll 3D print some new brackets. And then I know a dude, so I'll have the dude I know help me cast those brackets into aluminum. So there we go, cast them into aluminum. That worked out pretty good. So we casted some more out of aluminum. And then we decided, well, we better put them on the scooter, see how it looks. Just kidding, here you go. So then you had to figure out what you were going to do. And we had little pistons and a little shock on there. And then I had to make fixtures in order to drill the holes to use the parts. And then we had to make the boards to drill in the holes to put on there. And then this was the awesome design that ended up working great. And that's Freedom. I like Freedom a lot. Freedom was terrific. Now that I'm at this stage here, as you see me riding, this thing is way, like, Freedom's so far back there. We're in the dinosaur ages of Freedom. And then, you decided, well, we gotta make the frame better. So you start working on it and changing different things. And it starts to work out pretty good. But that one right there, that frame was a disaster. I thought those sharp points in the corners were just killers. Sometimes they'd get you, and they'd get you good. You'd be sorry. Because you'd be just like, going to push and bring your foot back and just catch the corner. Boof. Yeah. Oh, and so we had to make a new frame. I was done with that. I knew we could steer better. And then this was the new freshness. Just great. And I rode that for a while, just making changes. Ooh, do we get through this one? I think we pull it out. Yeah, look at that. Love it. And then, once you get riding good, you start finding out the problems. So, these little pistons with the little shocks inside, they had to go. So then we had to make some more molds. Yeah, and boom, check that out. The molds, you gotta find something that works. So then, you got your concept, you drew it on the computer, but does it work in person? Yeah, it makes some headsets too, they're solid. And then check it out, there was that. And then that was the first finished model, and I thought, that'd be it. But in the end, it wasn't. We just keep on moving through. And I found the little kinks and the new problems, and I thought everything would just be great, but whatever. And my allergies are killing me. My eyes are burning out of my skull. And that's what we can say about that. Check this out. Yeah, it was so nice. You can't even tell that I landed. The landing was so smooth. It was great. I loved it. Check these kids out. They're going to send it. Yeah. That's car shreddinator. Yeah, Rexinator. Boof, a little crash right there, and then Cam Skivity. Boof. Yeah. I love it. He's like, Dad, check this out. I'm out. Rexinator. Yeah. Here we go. Just some fresh pow to remind you. Oof, look at that. You can lose the skis that's so good today. I love that. I sure miss Hoodoo right now. That's what we could say. Chow, pow, pow. Yeah. Gotta love it. Look at this. Just ripping. Oh, little kid axe. MALAKOFF machine shred sled. Out. Thanks for watching.